Going back to school may suck, but also not having like a rich dad that can buy you niche fragrances or even designers sucks too. But who cares? Because I got 10 fragrances for you that smell niche and designer for like less than 50 bucks. Let's go.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about 10 fragrances that are probably they're all under around $55, and they all smell damn near niche or designer. You don't have to have just for the name tag or whatever. Forget that bullshit. It really doesn't matter. Just because you bought the bottle and it looks like this doesn't mean it's not going to smell as good as something like this. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here today, is talking about fragrances that smell just as damn good as some of those $300 to $500 fragrances that your boys are probably spending it on, or probably not your boys, but you know, they're just, I don't know, man, just bragging about it. Who cares? These are 10 fragrances that'll get you rizzed up for less than 50 bucks. Let's go with the first one. You probably already know about. This is called this is called Lattafa Khamrah, sorry. It's supposed to be a clone of Angel Share and also a niche Middle Eastern fragrance called Sava. Let me not bore you with the bullshit, but this smells like baked apple pie basically with cinnamon. If you don't like sweet, guys, you're probably not gonna like this, but if you do, this will get you so many compliments and it'll get you rizzed up like crazy, bro. It's got the projection, it's got the performance, it's above average, it's beastly, and it'll project pretty much all day. You can rock it every day to school during the fall and the winter time. That'll be the best time for this fragrance, and you can even dress this one up for dates, boys. Yes, for less than 50 bucks, it's absolutely worth grabbing. And if you ask me which one is better, this or the qahwa, which is a coffee, it's this one, boys. Moving on to the next one, it's a little bit fresher, sweet, bubblegummy, playful. It's got the performance and the projection as well. This is called Nitro White. It's better in my opinion than Nitro Red because it drowns that DNA in vanilla. It smells like BR540 meets Invictus meets vanilla, even sexier than that. It reminds me of that same fall vibe as well. Beastly performance, it'll last the next day on clothing, and the projection is crazy for the first 4 hours. It's like 3 feet easily, moderate basically. In terms of the occasions, this is every day for school during the fall, winter, and early spring. You could also dress this one up to dates and special occasions as well. Bang for buck, these are all fire wrecks. Let's freshen things up with performance as well. This is a fresh aromatic fragrance that also smells a little bit metallic. It smells a lot like PDM's Percival, Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, beast moded the F out. Be careful with the trigger of this one because that petitgrain and that metallic vibe can come off very strong. One that people can go nose blind to if you spray it too much as well. In terms of the performance, it's beastly and it's a room filler easily. Dress it up, dress it down, wear it every single day for every single season. It's one of the best in terms of versatility. If you like that Abercrombie & Fitch, the Hollister, Percival, you're gonna really dig this one. People will be asking you what you're wearing with these fragrances, man. These are next level stuff. People who are still stuck in like, oh, I spent 350 bucks, so it has to smell good mentality, bro, they're just leave them alone. Just leave them, keep it moving, bro. Keep it moving. Moving on to the next one. This is called Lattafa's Hayaati Al-Malaky. Hayaati Al-Malaky smells a lot like Phantom by Paco Rabanne. So it's got like a little bit of this lemon, lavender, shaving cream style vibe with some soil underneath it all. It smells really good. It's fresh, it's sweet. It smells, yeah, it smells like fabric softener almost as well. This one will last you a solid like 7 hours, so it's above average but on the lower end of things. And the projection for this one is about moderate on the low side of things, 2 feet at best for like an hour and a half. For the occasions and seasons, you can wear this all year round to everything, legitimately everything. I bought this one for 18 bucks, you guys. 18 bucks. Now let me tell you, there are some fragrances that are expensive that are worth it. I'm not saying that they're not, but for the most part, most of the mainstream designers and things like that, but it's very occasional that you'll find something that's actually worth it. When you're talking about fragrance houses that use special ingredients, and we're talking, you know, some niche brands, and you're rocking with the right channel for that, so make sure to subscribe. On to the next one is masculine. It's got a maturity to it. It's very sexy and bold. This is called Gaith by Khadlaj. It smells a lot like Sauvage Elixir, and I picked this one up before I do that because it tones down a little bit of that licorice, but it's still there, it's still spicy, and it's much more vanillic. When you spray this on, spray it close because the atomizer is just, it mogs, bro. Like, this stuff sprays way too far out and you lose a lot of juice. This stuff got me compliments, ironically, at the barbershop. That's kind of what it smells like, just like Sauvage Elixir. If you ask me which one was the best between this, Asad, and all of those, I would personally say this is the one to go with, period. In terms of the performance, I get to the next day on clothing, man, 10 plus hours. The projection is also on the high end of moderate, 3 feet for the first 2 hours as well. The occasions, everything, you can dress it up as well. I wouldn't say dress it down too much, but you could rock it everywhere. The gym, it might not also be the best fragrance to do so with. Seasons for this, every season, but the summertime might not be the best. Next fragrance is vanilla, ambroxan, cinnamon, smells a lot like Altair and orange flowers. So damn sexy. Oops. so damn sexy and long lasting. It's called Liquid Brun by Fragrance World. It's a must have. You guys will have women floating in your scent trail to ask you what you're rocking. Liquid Brun smells a lot like it. I would say about 85%. It has its difference. It's more ambery versus Altair, which has a bit more spice, it seems like. This one tones it down a little bit, but it still performs like crazy. It's beastly in both departments. It's gonna give you 10 plus hours easily on clothing, and it's a room filler for sure. You can get away with it during school, but I would say during the fall and the winter time, and that's pretty much it. It's around 55 bucks. Get it. Check the comment section about Liquid Brun and whether or not they think it smells like. I know it sounds too good to be true, but most people that talk shit about it are usually people that never even tried it, so it's really, really damn good. Moving on to the next one. This is ambery. It's spiced. It's woody. It's very sexy too. It's called Jack of Clubs by Fragrance World. It smells a lot like La Nuit de l'Homme Blue Electrique, but a bit woodier than that, so it kind of takes it in between the Blue Electrique and the original La Nuit de l'Homme. Very sexy, spicy, and seductive. This is something that also projects and performs as well because of its addition of that lavender. Does give it a little bit more of a projection. Longevity of this has always given me 8 to 10 hours, which is above average, and the projection for the first 2 hours is moderate, 2.5 feet. Could wear this every day to school, or just when you're feeling like you're trying to be in a seductive mood, or, you know, approach a lady or something like that. That'll work for it too. Seasons for this one's gonna be the best during the fall, the winter, and the early springtime. Keep it away from the summer, it might get cloying. Next fragrance is a little bit fresher, easier. It's got coconut, musk, and tonka bean. It smells like JPG's Beau. It's Fragrance World's Hayaati Beau. This is the best inspo of that fragrance, and mostly because of the performance. It's got this coconutty, tonka bean, musky, fresh style DNA, and it lasts for a solid 7.5 to 8 hours. In terms of the projection, it's on the low end of moderate, about 2 feet, or I would say about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You're still getting a solid fragrance that's the best inspo of that whole Beau DNA on the market today. You could wear this every single day to school. In every single season it'll work. It might not be the best for the winter because there isn't really much of a, you know, sweet ambery vibe or something cozy, but still you could easily rock this one as well. One of the best ones to go back to school with as well is called Soprano Soul. It's the best, the strongest 1 million Lucky clone right now. It's got that you know, sugary bubblegummy sweet. It also has this jammy plum that's super addicting and attention grabbing. This actually outperforms my bottle of 1 million Lucky, and I'm not complaining. It's the best quality smelling one, and even compared to all of those other brands that have their interpretation of 1 million Lucky. The highest quality smelling one, designer level stuff, and the performance for this one gives me a solid 8 to 9 hours, which is not common for me to get with this DNA. In terms of the projection, I would say it's about 2 feet for the first hour and a half, and then the rest of the fragrance is kind of like a bubble, but it is one that's gonna get you attention and compliments. That sweet plum is very addicting stuff. If you're looking for 1 million Lucky, this is absolutely one of the best ones to go with. Last but not least, fresh, aquatic, woody, sweet. This will get you attention. It'll work all year round, and it'll last. There are some fragrances around $30 that are great with this DNA, $20 that are also good, and then even $60. This is kind of in the middle of all of those, and I have to admit it's probably one of the longer lasting ones. It's called Axon Ultimate by Dumont. This will last all day. It will project for hours, and it will 100% get compliments. Smells like Invictus Aqua, that whole Hayaati, all that stuff, but one of the best quality ones. There are a few other ones that are still really good, but if you were to tell me which one I would recommend at around 40, 45 bucks, it's Axon Ultimate. In terms of the occasions and where you can rock this, it's literally everywhere. There's not a single place or season you can't rock this. If $50 or $45 is too much for you, the second best pick for me would be the Hans Pacific. This is around $30. Check all the links down in the description. It smells a lot like it too. It might not last the entire day, about 7 hours, but it would be the best, next best in terms of the performance and the scent quality. Hayaati by Lattafa is good at 19 bucks, but it's not the best quality smelling one. It hands down goes to these, and at the higher end of the spectrum, it might be Hawas, but even compared to Hawas, this I find it to be just as good, if not, I don't want to say better, but literally just as good. It's between these two for me. Depending on your budget, go for Pacific or Axon Ultimate. There you have it, boys. These are the top 10, well, kind of 11, best back-to-school fragrances for 2024. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.